Hi guys, you clicked on this video of me talking about trading in my Ranger for the new Bronco and the new Bronco itself. You know, we'll talk about that. But definitely before we get into the video, definitely click below, hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you're going to get a Bronco or if you're going to get a Ranger. I did a video on my Ranger, the last video I did. I'll link that here. But definitely comment below and let me know what you think of the new Bronco and the new Ranger 19 and 20. So thanks guys, enjoy the video. Hi guys, Eric from TheWiscoGuyz here, and today we are going to talk about the new 2021 Ford Bronco and me thinking about trading in, but I don't know, not fully sold yet. So we're going to talk about that in this video. So the Ford Bronco just got released last Monday at 8 p.m. or whatever Eastern time, but you know, we all heard the hype of it. We all heard what it was supposedly supposed to be. That being said, I mean, I think one of the quotes was from Ford or something along the lines of this: everybody knows what a Bronco should be. So that's what we were left with before the reveal for a while, and it came out. It kind of blew me away. I mean the photos of this thing, the Bronco actually in action doing the things that it was made to do, you know, just showed that Ford put a lot of development into that vehicle. Mind you, it did start off of a Ranger platform, but they definitely made it into something different, style wise, you know, and build wise. So I'm a little bit partial to, you know, the Ford Ranger versus the Ford Bronco, but I'm also have a little soft spot for the Bronco. So I pretty much grew up in a Bronco. My dad had a 1979 Ford Bronco with a 351M and a C6 transmission. Pretty much drove that from the mid 80s till about 02, I think. I think I was like 13 years old, and he drove that for a long time. I mean, I pretty much grew up in a Bronco. So I have the Ranger, but the Bronco has always been a soft spot for me. So so it makes me kind of want to get one. But yeah, just the styling of it. I mean, it's definitely based off the first gen Bronco, the smaller Broncos that initially came out. They definitely styled it off that. It is smaller. You know, I bet you if you put one side by side, stock for stock, say you put a base next to, base 2021 Ford Bronco next to, let's say like a base 68 Bronco, not lifted or anything like that, the new Bronco would probably be sizably bigger. So but once we get more information on them, and we actually start seeing it, I mean, I think people have already been seeing them on the road and in parking lots, so that's kind of interesting. Why I'm partial to the Bronco, of course, is I grew up in one, and I love how they redesigned it and how pretty much they marketed it. It's like fully customizable. You do this or that or what have you, lifted, factory lifted, all the accessories that go with it, different doors, removable top, what a Bronco should be, because that's what they made it for, is to be pretty much do anything you really want with it. That being said, I don't know if it worked for me. I don't know if it would be a wise choice on my end, because I definitely have to trade in the Ranger. There's no getting around that. And when they first initially come out, what options are going to be what price, where am I going to want to be at for a price. And if anybody knows me, I'm freaking cheap. Like, I'm really cheap. I kind of pounce on the deals that are like really good. I usually wait. All of a sudden, boom, a deal will pop up like my Ranger, and I just buy it. and you know, I'm not one to rush into buying something, you know, that's like full retail, full market or whatever. So you know, that's one of the reasons I probably wouldn't trade in. Another reason is I love my pickup bed. I mean, the pickup bed of my truck is probably the biggest thing I bought the truck for, because it is a truck. That and the 4-wheel drive and everything like that, for the wintertime. You know, not saying that you could just get a trailer and tow it the Bronco. That wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't mind that. But then another thing is the tow rating on it. From what I've been seeing, it's 3,500 pounds, which isn't a lot. I mean, I couldn't put the Firebird on a trailer and tow it anywhere. I mean, the Firebird is 3,500 pounds alone. Even if you were to get a lightweight aluminum trailer, you'd probably be around, you know, 5,000 pounds all said and done. So, but with the Ranger, I can, you know, probably get a steel trailer, still put that thing on there, and still tow with the, you know, tow the Firebird with the Ranger. So, you know, it's kind of a killer for me too. I mean, it's probably going to be for a lot of people, that tow rating, because you're not going to have that pickup bed. So why not, you know, you should be able to tow what you want to pretty much haul. If you didn't have a bed, you know, that'd be the thing you want to tow. Well, you know, just one of those things where it's like, dang, what do you do, you know? And that's another reason why I'm sticking with the Ranger. I think, you know, it's maybe they'll get one on the lot at work, and all of a sudden, boom, I have to have it. But now, with that being said, it is very exciting to see the Bronco released. It's very exciting. Ford pretty much knocked it out of the park when they released this thing. We'll see once they start hitting lots, and, you know, see how people react to them when they're actually sitting in front of them, ready to be sold at the prices that they want to get for them. And, you know, I'd hate to say it, but I hate to see dealers charge over MSRP for them. I never like seeing that done. But supply and demand, it is what it is, and I think Ford's ready, and they're geared up to make this, or going to be ready to just mass produce this vehicle. So we'll talk a little bit about the engines. Now, as you know, I have that Ford Ranger, and I have the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine with 270 horsepower and like 315 foot-pounds of torque. I love it, and I think it's going to do great in the Bronco. But they did put a different engine in the Bronco, which I'm a little hurt about that it didn't come in the Ranger, because I totally would have had that be on my list for an engine that I wanted in my Ranger. But it is the 2.7 liter EcoBoost V6, and a lot of people, you know, they were pretty psyched that they heard it was going to come out with a V6 EcoBoost, but a lot of people are discouraged that it didn't come with, you know, like a 5 liter V8. I honestly can tell you, I totally understand why it didn't come with a V8. You look in the engine bay of my Ranger, and it's pretty tight with the 4-cylinder. I mean, with the turbo off to the one side, the intake on one. You know, it's not filled up, but you know, it's filled. I mean, every part of that engine bay is used. You know, clutch fan, everything, intake, turbo, exhaust. I mean, it's, you know, I'm sure they, you know, they probably could fit a V8 in there, but it'd be a struggle. So I do know why they put that 2.7 in there. And if you've ever looked at a 2.7, which I have out of the truck, say like an F-150, the heads are actually designed differently than you would think. The manifolds are actually designed within the heads, and the turbos bolt to the heads. I'll try to find a picture of it, but which makes it really a tight package up top of the engine. So I see why they could stick that in a Bronco. They probably could do it in a Ranger too. You know, seeing what the dimensions are of that engine, and seeing like what's in and available out of my truck for size, you could probably do it. So I see why they did that with the Bronco and how they did it. Now a lot of people were like, well, what about the 3.5? Well, I think those use you know, standard manifolds coming off and then turbos, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen them out of an engine before. I think that's how they're set up. That's just a bigger package up top of the engine, and pretty sure that's why they didn't use that one. That, and that's kind of a lot of engine, a lot of engine for that Bronco. So, but yeah, that's, you know, that's exciting. You know, EcoBoost in a Bronco, and you know, maybe hope for me down the road that my Ranger gets a 2.7 in it. At some point, you know, they'll start sticking 2.7s in it. Maybe in the next generation, that'd be great. I mean, I'd be on board with that. So the transmissions. Now, we're going to talk about this a little quick here. They're offering, of course, the 10-speed automatic transmission, but new and exclusive to the Bronco is the 7-speed transmission, which is pretty much, I'm going to call it, you know, it's called crawl gear. I'm going to call it granny low with 6 speeds. That sounds, I mean, if I got one of those Broncos with a 7-speed, which I totally would with that 2.3 liter EcoBoost, I would almost change the knob out and have it say like G or something, and people would go, well, what's G for? And I'd be like, that's granny low. So so that's exciting to have that third pedal back on the Bronco, and that's another reason why I would trade in my Ranger, due to that 7-speed. But I don't think my girlfriend would like that because she can't drive sticks. But you know, that being said, how soon is it going to be when we see someone swap that 7-speed into a Ranger? That would be interesting if someone does that. You know, definitely comment below if you'd like to see that. But yeah, I mean, 10-speed is great automatic transmission, but that 7-speed is going to be quite the addition to Ford's lineup for transmissions, and hopefully they use it in something else. Maybe the Ranger. You might not sell a big percent of them, but I think it'd be fun to have. So other than that, the 2.7 with that 10-speed is probably going to be really torquey, really quick off the line, and really good for like off-road trails once you're in 4 low, and just got to get that torque to get up stuff, and it's going to be fun to see what people do with them, and how they're going up trails and rocks and mud and all that. So should be interesting to see both those transmissions in the Bronco, you know, doing what the Bronco is designed for. The 7-speed is really exciting though, so I just want to touch base on that. Maybe we'll see it in a Ranger down the road, maybe not. So Ford, if you're listening, 7-speed in a Ranger, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. As of right now, I'm not looking to trade in my Ranger for the Bronco, but if I were to, it would, you know, I kind of looked on Ford, and it would definitely have to be the 4-door one. I'd hate to say that because I love the look of the 2-door. The 2-door looks so aggressive, so stocky, so just looks like it can go over everything, and looks good just sitting still. Especially with that, you know, Sasquatch package, it'll probably just look just amazing just sitting there, and then going over anything. But I definitely would have to get a 4-door, just for the fact that I got kids at home, and they're gonna need a place to ride. So back seat would be full, and then me and my girlfriend up front. But if I were to do it, I probably would do the 2.3 with the 7-speed and a 4-door, probably base model, with the Sasquatch package. I'm not much for options. I mean, the options are great on my Ranger, but if everybody knows me, my Focus STs, they literally had no option. Well, my first one had no options on them. The second one only had like a wheel package and painted brake calipers. So I'm not too much, I mean, into the options, but we'll have to see. I mean, once the building price comes out on Ford, we'll see how it'd be to build, and maybe we'll do a video on that if I could figure out how to show that to you guys, because it'd be interesting to see what I build. I think I would definitely get the blue color, The dark blue, I'll have to look it up here real quick. So the blue color is called antimatter blue or antimatter blue. I think that would look just great on a Bronco. And I'd do it in a 4-door base with the Sasquatch package. I think that would really look good. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, once the build and price comes out, I think we're gonna do a build and price video and just kind of go through and show you what I would build it at and what I would order. So, but yeah, that'd be it. I think. Pretty sure that'd be it. Of course, with a hard top, because I live in Wisconsin, and there's no way I could do a soft top up here. It'd just be too cold. It's just when you get 2 feet of snow and it's sitting on a soft top, it probably wouldn't hold too well. I'm sure it would, but hard top would be the way to go. So in conclusion, as of right now, I'm probably not going to trade it for the Bronco. I would love it if it had a better tow rating. And you know, it just, that tow rating is kind of holding back a little bit, but you know, it's made for off-road, not for towing a camper down the road. So with that being said, you know, I'm excited that it's coming out. I'm excited to see what people are going to do with them, and I'm excited to see how people are going to accessorize them and make it their own. I think it's really going to compete with that Wrangler. You know, the Wrangler is kind of like on this pedestal where no one's really knocking it down. You know, I think the Bronco's gonna, you know, try to just, hey, we're here. This is what we are. This is what you are. We're just gonna do it better than you are. Not saying the Jeep is not a very capable vehicle, and it's not bad, but it's definitely gonna give those Jeep something to just step up their game with, you know, little competition between the two, and that's going to be fun to watch. I mean, you got a lot of these manufacturers that have the horsepower wars going on right now. I mean, whoever's getting the most horsepower out of their vehicles and, you know, handling track cars, factory track cars. I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see what these two manufacturers are going to do when they're competing with each other. So that's going to be the end of the video. I'm excited to see it. Definitely excited to see what people are going to do with them, like I said before. But definitely, thanks for watching, guys. Give this video a like. Definitely subscribe below. A lot of my viewers are not subscribed, so definitely, if you could hit that button for me, that'd be great. All right, you guys have a good day. Thank you, and you know, keep it between the ditches and watch out for them deer. Thanks, guys. Bye.